What?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. But I suppose we are getting to the point where Gnar is just so comfortable and can get through any lane that players are just willing to pick it into anything, including Silas.
And inactivity is kind of the dream for Damwon. And as I say that...
Okay, some stuns coming in, but it is, again, it's Tahm Kench. I know it's been a while, but he is basically the same champion. Got nerfed a bunch and changed a bit, and he's still here. And this is what I mean when I say shaping the early game. Willer's trying to get as aggressive as possible and try to just skirmish with Canyon early on before he gets too tanky.
Good call. Willer going in very aggressive, gets the smite, even despite the burn, and will be able to pick it up. Canyon not having the smite available there, so was never going to get that. And this is looking good.
Yep, this is the first dive. I mean, if you're not doing this with this comp, you're doing something wrong, right?
Yep.
So, to be expected, and they do it very well. Well, at least it's a lot better understood. Let's say that. As Bertle's in a lot of trouble here. I don't think he's getting out of this one. He does have flash. He's opting to go south, and it might actually work out for him. As, no, can he just follow flashes? Oh, wait! Whoa! The flash auto from Kana's not enough! The sapling is not even going to chase him.
Is a Chemtech or a Cloud. There's a oh, hold up.
Now they're going to try to pick the Maokai with the Tahm Kench standing behind him. That didn't work. As they saw very soon, his closer's in a lot of trouble. He is getting pretty low, and nice little shield, but it's a bit too much as Willer goes in, kicks in the Sivir, and he's on the run. There is actually a chance as Kyle gets in and shields him. Not sure about that one, though, as it's not quite enough. Envy now frontlining is going to get a flash as he's 1v3, but everybody is so low that he actually is winning this trade. Little saplings, as always.
Ooh, closer. Big ultimate.
Yep, Closer's got it. He actually tried to go in there onto Kana as here comes Mega Gnar. And there you go, the flash shot in there trying to get on top of Closer, who's just going to ult him. And guess what? Showmaker just dies on the left side of the screen. We didn't even really get to see that as everybody was chasing Closer, who had Gnar ultimate. And Showmaker was left out to dry, use both of his summoners and still died.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. I'm gonna have to see a replay for that one. We know how Closer survived, and
the flash chains of corruption. Like, how many times have we seen this? And it's just a great play setup from Live Sandbox as Showmaker's trying to poke, and, well, this is what this comp does.
Oh, he flashed after them. Okay, yeah. Well, that's not ideal. Unfortunately, for Showmaker, they're never going to make it out of that one alive. Like,
is it going to be enough? Is it going to be as impactful? Kellen still with Devour is going to be huge as Bertle with the flank coming on in, and double Maokai ultimates as in goes Canyon, and the Cloud Drake is secured, and Canyon goes down, but Bertle is incredibly low as everybody on the side of Live Sandbox is just trying to go on the run. Kyle might be the sacrificial Annie at this point in time, as he is quite fast, but he will go down in the end. So they trade an Annie for a Cloud Soul, which helps them get away. As, they've got a little angle here as the kick actually gets the Tahm Kench straight into the team, and now Canyon is going to get picked as well. And look at the Sivir on the back line. There's just a Jax right on top of her, but the damage is still there. A lot of low health bars here on the side of Live Sandbox. And Showmaker's still full health as well.
And now on this next fight, I don't think D+ can fight it. I don't think they have the itemization or the control.
Oh boy, that's maybe a dead Kana. He has a stopwatch. There is a Chaos Storm in there. They're going pretty deep for just the Gnar. Have they gone too deep is the question. They get the Maokai here, as now they're on the chase for Kellen. Look at the damage that Envy is putting into this one. Just tanking in the front line, gonna cleanse. Goes in with the stopwatch. Did he bait himself and his team in? He doesn't give a damn. He's still frontlining. This guy is insane. As now Closer gets to the back line. That is a clean ace from Live Sandbox as they will roll over DK and they will take the game.
And that is going to be it here for game number 1, Valdez. We kept waiting for D+ comps to turn online. Turns out, never gonna happen, at least not in this game. Clean game here in game number 1. The key thing that we're seeing here is that you cannot allow Sandbox to just take full control of the game. This is D+ with this draft saying, hey, you get free reign of the map for the first 20-25 minutes, and if you haven't done good enough, we automatically win. And as it turns out,
All right, well, we had a groan from the audience. You know, Live Sandbox, they played game number 1 very well because they had so much control and they had so much early dominance, but game number 2 will not look like that at all. And I think they might have misinterpreted, you know...
Kalin already getting some early gold. Deft.
Uh-oh. Deft in a rough spot here. He's going to try to walk it out. The damage not quite there, but he flashes after. And, you know, there was potential for someone to flash in and last hit him, so...
Yeah, this is a...
Either way, he loses flash.
Disaster. So Envy started with W, which is suboptimal, but not the end of the world. Rather start with Q, but you'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
But Deft already not having a flash is...
Well...
Because this is still a level 3 Elise.
Yeah. And it's got a great matchup into the Maokai. Unless you have a lot of support, as there's another sapling. Very nice repel just to get out of harm's way. But again, it's not bot diving, so it's not what you want.
Well, it still doesn't matter, because they're still level 1. Where have we seen this before?
Huh, I can't recall, Chronicler.
Yeah. And Closer, as we mentioned...
He might TP in if this gets too risky, as no repel. Canyon in a rough spot. He's going to be repelling now, as one last shot will do it after the flash. Not the dive you were looking for. No teleport required to the bottom side. And now Kyle and Envy are safe for now. I mean, there is something to say about the fact that this was 1,000% known by Live Sandbox, right? Like, it is the most obvious thing. Like we just saw in the last series, and we saw him coming in on wards, right? That Cocoon is going to miss. That's actually pretty annoying for Canyon more than anything else. I'm not sure that Kana really could have gotten over there and done a huge thing to Willer, but yeah, just nothing seems to be going right for Canyon here early on.
Really hasn't been. And Willer also going for the first strike, so going to scale immensely well into this game. Going to be able to get so much done, as it really is. It's very straightforward, right? Gets tagged by the turret, and then as a result, it's the flourish into the and then the
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
got him. I saved it.
Lead is questionable, but at least right now that he will have in experience. And the setup that is there for a possible ultimate of his can still be very threatening, but they can't really give over control as Kana.
Again, he's just going to kind of face check this, really wanting to force the flash. Is Bertle. Good job done there. So a nice little trade going back to Bertle. So once again, he'll have control of the lane. He'll get his flash up first. That opens up some interesting timings as well. In the 1v1, but also in a team fight. Are you a fan of the Maokai skin? Speaking of which, that stun was so close. As now the Hyperprocs and the... Yeah, he's stunned in. That's going to be the end of Bertle, right? One more auto will do it. Kana will take him down, as meanwhile, Canyon died. And that is going to be secured here by Closer, I believe, who picked up the kill.
You're not going to be feeling too good, as I imagine Willer just goes, just flashes on top, CC chain comes through, and Closer comes in. Not a lot of counterplay to that one, as...
It's not Annie, but you can still get it done.
Kana with really nice timing on the hop there, and Bertle at this point knows, yeah, I'm dead. Bit frustrated with himself, been playing the matchup well up until this point, but that's the problem with Gnar. Once you're in, once you commit, you got it.
Closer's bot, Bertle's top, and you'd have to imagine that Willer and Kyle really should not get picked here amongst all of this. Chains of Corruption going to go wide as Willer, okay. They're actually having a fight up in the top lane as we speak. Flash available for Kana. He's going to have to flash away from this one, as another Leap Strike could get it done, but one small boomerang is all it takes to stop the man with the lamppost.
That's heal. Yeah, very important there is that there wasn't that much vision for Bertle either, so if he goes in there and dies again, if there's any time travelers, please raise your hand. I am...
Oh, okay, we're just doing Baron. All right.
Maybe that was the sign.
They have decided to do the Baron, and you know what? these Saplings and Kyle together are really good at stopping them from getting in here. And how about a Maokai ultimate too? They're just gonna take it down in turn. Unbelievable, they're gonna pick up the Gnar and the Azir. Just like that, Closer's like, yeah, I'll take a Baron and a side of Gnar, and how about an extra side of Showmaker as well?
There with the vision.
Watch this guy's hands.
나 나를 좀만 살짝 볼게.
I'll keep it going.
캐리.
Carry. Yeah,
He
true.
was.
True.
Now he has GA.
Now he has GA. He did. He did.
He did have IE, didn't have GA yet.
Okay. Well, now he's going to be massive. And now that Live Sandbox are actually in a decent spot, is okay, never mind. Maybe as a little engaged from Kana. He's going to get an ult out, but now he's going to get caught, and the pick potential of Live Sandbox is off the charts. This TP, very interesting, but it gets 2 stuns under the turret. The turret does eventually go down, but very over-aggressive here from Live Sandbox and from Birdall. As now the Jhin is opening up, Closer looking for more. He wants to crit some people down. His last shot is going to go straight into the back of the Elise. And how about a bit more?
Oh, Showmaker. Good luck. If you can flip this somehow, that might be enough. But this composition from Sandbox with zone control is
This is getting kind of
menace.
interesting. Yeah, it really is. But
oh, don't flip it though.
I mean, DK also have some options here. Although Kana is going to get caught out, that might just be 100-0. Closer gets in, but he's going down. He's got a GA, but the damage is there. They take out Kana. They take out Kellen, and that will be another one. The entire backline is totally destroyed, and Canyon, just on the run, is going to get emoted on as Birdall and the bros from Live Sandbox looking to take the clean ace, end the game, and a potential 2-0.
And Sandbox about to end it all. You don't even need the dragon. Who cares about that?
Do you think they can end? I mean,
Well,
the death timers are
death timers
so
are
close.
kind of short.
They're very low.
They do have a wave.
But-
No Baron.
Yeah, the wave, it should be enough, I think.
It's just Callan. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, here's...
Members aren't there.
Kellen's like, please, don't kill it. Okay, well, you can take me. Down he goes, and that's going to do it. Yeah, Live Sandbox will take down the Nexus. There you go, clean 2-0. Live Sandbox, they grab the bull by the horns. They do not waste any time. They take down the Baron, and the turn was immaculate. DK could not stand up to the onslaught of Live Sandbox tonight. He had some big moments, but head and hands at the end as well. And yeah, I think the goal difference graph tells a lot of the story. There was one team fight at the first dip from blue to red, and then the other big dip in the red side was the dragon fight.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the PN interview translation, and we are here joined by Closer NV from Leap Sandbox after taking down D+ Kia. Congratulations. It was a crazy series between the two teams, but it was a very clean win, and you got your revenge. How do you feel, NV? Yeah, I mean, that was our opening match of the season, and I got punished so hard, and I had huge respect for Deft. You know, I've always wanted to be like him. I really wanted to, maybe in the future, take him down, and this win means a lot to me because it tells me that I have evolved so much ever since. It's been such a long time since we got a clean 2-0 win, so it's so great. And Envy, early on, in game number 1, you guys were able to dominate the bottom lane and snowball off of it really well. We had the first ever Sivir Tomkins bottom duo this season. How was playing up against it? Well, to be honest, in Screams, we've actually played against it already, and I kind of expected it to happen, and I think we had the better comp. And in fact, laning phase went really well, so it was not that hard. And Envy, your on-hit Varus did a lot of damage in that game, but recently, well, attack speed Varus was not doing a great job so far in the LCK. Were you not worried about that? Well, I think on it, Varus pops up in certain circumstances. You know, sometimes you gotta go with hella blades, but you have to take a look at the opponent's comp. But for me, I'm pretty confident in Varus, so it was not a big deal.
MB 선수 오늘 팀원들이
And Envy.
성의 날이야 오늘이라고
At the end of game number 1, the player comp, so many Lip Sandbox players were so happy about the development of you. They were like, this is your day, Envy. Seize the moment. How are you feeling about your current form? Yeah, I also just always want to improve day by day, and I think I am slowly getting there, but I will not, stop here. I used to be so I used to mess around so much in the old days, but my players, my teammates, they always just like to have a lot of jokes, always try to have the best energy among the teams, so it's also helping me out a lot. I mean, Envy, recently he's been working so hard, I also try to give him a lot of motives in the team house, we mess around with each other a lot, we kind of throw some banter at each other. I think it also helped us to improve. And Closer, we had a very impressive, Baron try by Lip Sandbox. When no action was happening, you guys started off the Baron and we started to have some kills happening. Let's take a look at this replay. The game was a little bit frustrating up until this point. How did you manage to start that Baron? So I already pushed the wave on the top lane, and then I was like, maybe we can start Baron and then Maokai can just throw ult. It's gonna be a perfect angle for us, and our engage was so on point. And also everyone was throwing their skills at the right time. And also, Closer, right now, Lip Sandbox, all 5 players, seems like they have a lot of fun at the LCK. You guys are showing a great teamwork, having a lot of fun. So what did Ryu teach you guys about team bonding and just gameplay in general? Yeah, I mean, he really gives us a lot of advices regarding the team atmosphere, but also about the gameplay, and also just having himself on our squad just is a huge factor to rely on. So I'm just so thankful that we have Ryu on our team. Then Closer, what kind of role do you play in Lip Sandbox? Mid lane, obviously. And Closer, I have another question for you. First, to Envy. So we have a lot of funny YouTube thumbnails on the LCK YouTube, for the highlights. And some people started to say that you and Gumayushi look alike. When I first went pro, a lot of people told me about that actually. I don't think we look alike in real life, but the photo, our profile photo looked just exactly the same. I think that's where it started. And also Gumayushi, I used to have close connection with Zeus, owner. And during that time, I heard Gumayushi actually mentioned me a lot. So I was aware of that, in fact. And Closer, you were a teammate with Gumayushi in the past. Do you think they look alike? Yeah, I think good AD carries have similar mask, I should say. And Lip Sandbox's next opponent will be T1, and Gumayushi said he really wants to get his revenge on you, Envy. Any word back to Gumayushi? Well, I mean, I was never vocal about it, but I used to like Gumayushi back in the days. I mean, I was always respecting him. And I was so happy that I got solo kill on him. And I heard he said he wants that revenge, his revenge, but it's gonna be my revenge one more time. And Closer, what about you? How are you feeling about the T1 match? We won game 1 in the round 1 match, but we were so bummed that we missed out on game 2 and 3. So we will do our best in the upcoming rematch in order to get the win. And lastly, before we go, is there anything you would like to say to your Lip Sandbox fans? Yeah,
요새
well,
좀 못해도
even
잘해도
though
항상
like when we are doing good, when we're doing bad, we always just get support from our fans. So I really appreciate it.
더 잘하는 모습
And
보여드릴
we will keep
테니까
working hard in
계속
order to
응원해주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
display the best performance possible.
항상 응원해 주셔서 감사하고
Thank you for your
앞으로도 저에게
support
많이 보러오셔서
and
같이 모래
keep
뽀뽀
showing up
즐겼으면
to the
좋겠습니다.
Low Park in order to get onto our the
the
sandstorm ride. And this will be the end of the interview from Closer MV from Leap Sandbox and back to the space. Thank you.